Ideation. In front of thought, just below the skull, there is a pulse, there is blood, something remotely intangible. In light ethereal, spangled stars flood quadrants of ozones where streams of divergencies flow, refreshing the cool astral zones arisen from heaven below. Somewhere on Lolo I hear cuckoo sing, nerves taut, tight every sinew, lightning vibes screech on a string, oboe notes croon into being, lit just like ancient light, but for us new, and with it comes oceans, its deep fishes wave to the tides, which give moon reflections, the silvery scales of its underside. Crux of an axis, mingled in moments, resonance saturates notes, moves ever outward on instants through a grid, altering presence, conveys and connotes, abstractions, puréed from starlight, measured on curves in straight time, face to face, tears of that night, before daylight came, via rhyme. When blithe began, just as it was, tacit as all intimation is, something created by cause, existing at present because time makes it feel what it does, which actuates substance and form that pours into molds, beautiful words. How bright is the sunlight on marigolds. Blank becomes void, becomes vacuum, vortex reformed as a comet, molten sucked into a flume, eruption erases those constants, bursts into precedents that presume to assume stars are made of silver and gold, for sun melted into the moon, blazing heat frozen ice cold. In the first light there was sound, steeped in sonorous motion, centrifugal spheres spinning round, entered in light's bright vibration, bank in the planes of dimension, in regions of pleasure and joy, in shadows of candle it roams, in measures the music employs to shape the light in its tones. Ambivalent sparks in the eyes, the dead are alive in ideas that hell has achieved paradise, transformed by this strange metanoia, with light's panaceas to focus imaginings hidden therein, in the haze of diffusion or lit in the skin, to live on in death's an illusion. Musings I entertained there were before, twice in the time since I thought this, and just before thought could occur, I asked if at once is a synthesis, a music that phrases an emphasis, that pours through the doors of chambers of gold into a life that has happened or happens, when all of the tales tell what was told when the earth was a sandstorm of wind. Now I am out of the maelstroms of chaos, to wonder why nothing is happening here, how I retreat in valleys of darkness to find myself nowhere, not here and not there, unborn, never thought of as nothing, some strange sort of plasma, amoeba-like being, breathing new life in these strata. Here where the atmospheres rivet my ears, inside and before what I see leaves an impression, then disappears, a transformed matter of energy, obscured by a too brilliant clarity, counts the dimensions until there are more that enter the limitless planes, objects of light that shatter like mirrors in the sharpened spheres of the brain. Why does this feel like light melting in splinters, drawn in with each liquefied breath, falling and flowing down star-silvered stairs to the bottomless dungeon of depth, with the sheer walls of infinite breadth, rising towards something that starts all again, something significant born on the wind, grains in the sand that sweats through the skin, or a teardrop drained from a diamond.